What's going on, guys? This is CT, and it is 5:14 p.m. Eastern Time. I just wanted to get you guys up to speed of what I've been doing since I haven't really been putting any videos out there. What happened was that, like, I was, around the time when the Little Mermaid event came out, I was in Trinidad, so like when I was over there, I was having a little bit of a difficult time, getting, like playing the game and stuff like that because I was, like my uncle was cutting off the internet at a certain time and stuff like that. My aunt and uncle was cutting off the internet at a certain time, and what she had, because it was because of my cousin, my cousins and stuff like that. Just for them to go and sleep and to get up early for school and everything. So that was it with that. But I had to, when I did get internet access and stuff like that, I had to try to spend money and stuff just to keep me up to speed, where I should be and everything. So right now, what you see right here is that I have all of the Little Mermaid characters, right? So that's it. There's a storm out there right now. It's raining. It's raining a lot, real heavy, and it's windy too. Anyways, so right now, when I was in Trinidad for a month, and by the time when I got there, we talked a little bit, this and that. Then next thing you know, we went to sleep. Next day, woke up. My aunt and uncle went to go pick up the kids and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, I was alone. I was pretty much alone in the house and stuff. So what happened was that they got this new little puppy, a husky and everything, and they named that little puppy Sparrow after Captain Jack Sparrow. So yeah, for some reason that name happens to suit him really well, Sparrow. Yeah. So I mean, with me, with everybody, so busy with their stuff, my aunt and uncle busy with work, my cousins busy with school, the workers can't really do anything, they're just working, right? I took the liberty and help in trying to train the little puppy and everything. So doing a lot for him, feeding him, training, playing around with him a little bit, that sort of thing. But it's been, he's supposed to be mostly indoors, but it's really difficult since my aunt and uncle don't really want him really inside the house, but this puppy is so playful. He's everything, and whatever. I mean, I don't have any pets or anything. I have friends who do, and they told me a little bit of stuff, but I know how to train, a puppy and stuff like that, So yeah, he, there's a lot of things to talk about with him, and since I'm back here in the States right now and stuff, it's been, I'm missing him so much, and I'm sure he misses me. So yeah. But since then, since I was being the one to train him and stuff, I mean, someone had to do it, right? Anyway, I mean, I know I didn't have to, but someone had to, and yeah. I was there also to go for the cricket game. Uh, and everything. I went to the semifinal game and the final game. Um, I was there. I was there with one guy from my extended family. I'll call him S, right? And he had these other two guys with him. I believe I've seen them before. It's just like I have like a real fuzzy memory about them, and whatever. But we basically like hung out, drink a lot of beer. They were there over there in Trinidad for a week. They were basically like Guyanese and stuff. So, yeah. Well, so anyways, he. So yeah, like he. Yeah, I mean, but S, he was like really like one of the most like really talkative and all that stuff. Wanted to see how my uncle like do his business and all that stuff. Like run the business that he's been doing like between a grocery and a quarry and stuff like that, which was really good. Going around places, everything, that was all good. But at some point, like he had like this issue and whatever. I don't know what, like I don't know what his deal was. I knew him like since I was young, like since I was a kid and stuff like that, right? He was all cool, he was good and everything like that, but like it was it's like he didn't really show me that type of respect or that I deserved or anything like that. So I don't know what exactly he thinks about me or whatever. But when I go to New York and stuff, I'll talk to him about all this crap. Because there was things that like I was seeing for the first time, I was hearing for the first time. I mean, I have seen him drunk before, all that stuff, but he never acted like in any way like being like judgmental or some shit like that or whatever. Even when sober or some shit like that, like I don't know him being like that. So he was like a completely different person and shit. His sister was there like when around the time my grandmother passed away and stuff like that, and she showed a lot of support. She was so yeah, but and I'm sure like if she were to go back to Trinidad, yeah, that would have been it. But it would be good. So yeah, I mean, I don't know like where S's what his problem was. I don't know what any of that was about, but he I don't know, like it was like things I had to like kind of explain to him and shit like that he's not really taking me seriously or anything like that. So I don't know what his deal was or anything, but yeah, I'll talk to him about that. We went by this guy that he knows the son, right? So we went to go meet up with the father and stuff, right? And then the thing is, he don't know the guy name, right? He don't know it, but yeah, he's mixing and mingling, which is good, all that stuff. But next thing you know, he starts like this guy. I don't know. This guy was like, I think he was like wasted or something. He's too proud for his own good, too much pride right there, or some shit like that. So saying that where we were staying and everything, and he's mentioned like my father, as mentioned my father and stuff like that. And for some reason, I don't know what this old man was thinking, but he said he knows my father and everything. He said he know him. He said that and then all of a sudden he started saying that, oh, he weak. My father's weak and stuff like that. I was like, what the hell, So I just stayed there quiet. I mean, the thing is like, a lot of things was running through my head and everything, Yeah, a lot of things run through my head that like a lot of bad things, but I try to like compose myself, and it wasn't easy, It really wasn't easy. But one thing I do know, I was looking at this guy real strongly and stuff like that. I mean, I always had that look across my face. Like I look at people, I have that like that strong, fierce look, and stuff. So but um, yeah. So I mean, I snapped a photo of him like real quick, like unexpectedly and stuff. Like I was acting I was using my own phone, about something, right? So I just snapped the photo real quick, and I literally showed that shit to my father. And me and my dad was like communicating and stuff like that, and he said that he don't know that guy. He never seen that guy in his life or anything like that. He's been, my father's been in New York. He's been in the States for a really long time or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know where. And I would assume that that old man, would have like come to the States a few times or whatever, right? But yeah, like yeah. So I mean, my father doesn't even recognize him or whatever. And the thing is, to be honest, that sort of shit right there, not cool to talk, about some bad shit about your own parent or whatever it is. And I know like a lot of people would definitely do something, and all that shit. But for me, I mean, I was talking about it with some of my friends and stuff like that, and they said that I'm a better man than they are, and I'm a better person than they are, because they would have think. I was like, look, I mean, I'm feeling the same way about how anyone would feel and stuff like that, and it wasn't easy, to be honest. So yeah, there was that. And I mean, look, the thing is, I mean, we got out of there, and stuff, which was good. Um, yeah, I didn't want to like deal with that guy or anything. And so, anyways, I the time when I was over there, I mean, with all the besides the hanging out, the drinking, besides all that, the drinking and going casino shit and whatever, for the week. I mean, it was good that S and the guys had their fun and stuff like that, and whatever, and that was all good. I mean, we went by other people's places too, but this old man, I don't know what the hell, right? So, anyways, like I mentioned, we went to the cricket game and everything. It was a really good experience and all that. It was really good being there at the game, at the stadium and everything. The Brian Lara Stadium, that was really good. And yeah, so I mean, Trinidad. I can't remember the name of the other team, but it was the semifinals, and Trinidad beat them, right? But I don't know, like some Guyanese people, right? Some girl I remember, some Guyanese girl, went and burned up a Trinidadian flag, right? So that was like too freaking dramatic. That's where you don't know right from wrong, or whatever. You can't be doing those type of things to go right ahead and burn a flag and shit like that. You can't be doing that, right? And you know how, I mean, this goes for everybody about how things go for, like, when it comes to sports, the thing with sport team and all that stuff. They root, of course you would root for your own team, but I mean, if you were to go right ahead and burn some other team's like flag, or where they're from, or some shit like that, or whatever, what they're representing, what country or state they're representing and stuff like that, that's just wrong to just do that. That's dead wrong. So I mean, Trinidad won that semifinal game, and I also went to the final game. But we were almost late, and to be honest, it wasn't because of me. It was because of them. The guys I was with and stuff. because they were just basically like talk, I don't know, they were just drinking and talking and shit like that while I was talking to my dad and stuff like that. It's just saying, reminded me that, okay, look, we gotta get ready, right? But nobody that listened to me, you know. So I don't know. Anyways, he goes right ahead, right, and he's just talking, like, and like we had to like walk. I mean, the place was crowded. It was crowded, crowded. Like you wouldn't believe. Like it was hard to get seats. It was thing and all that shit. So sorry. So, anyways, this thing, this shit that happened was like it was Trinidad versus Guyana, and well, Trinidad win, but I had my own speculation about the game because I know how Trinidad was playing and stuff like that, but it was kind of like it was like I don't know, like I felt like they should, like, when they were playing that other team, they were doing a lot better and stuff like that. They were getting like sixes and stuff like that, like you wouldn't believe. And that's like that's kind of like the home run shits and whatever, right? Like you could think about it like that. When it comes to baseball, that's like home run stuff. So, you get the six, that's it. You get the 6 runs, that's it. That's a home run shit right there. But yeah, they when they were going up against Guyana and stuff like that, they were barely even making it. I think they got like sixes like twice, maybe 3 times. But when they were when they were going at against the other team with the semifinal and all that, yeah, it was they were getting like more sixes than anything. Like, it was crazy. But what was crazy was that how the other team was actually catching up. That one was crazy, and I know that, like I'm paying attention to that. That they weren't really getting any the sixes. Like they weren't getting that. But somehow they were really catching up, and it only took like a certain time or whatever, and that was it. I mean, if that game would have continued, they would have probably like beat Trinidad and stuff like that. And that was how intense that shit was, and I couldn't believe the amount of like they were just feeding off the 4 points. Right, in that shit. That's what they were feeding off of, and that shit, they were really catching up. And I was like, wow, dude, that's insane. That was insane right there. And I was like worried, and because of that type of game, I was like worried for Trinidad anyways. While going up against Guyana, but Trinidad won, win the final game, and that was good. I was all like, wow, dude. I mean, there was rain. I didn't get wet. But there were people that got wet, and it did take some time to, the rain was like pretty much short. Like it was, like it lasted for like about like maybe like 5-10 minutes, and that was it. But yeah. I mean, like when I was blaming a lot of things that, with my surgery and stuff, like, like my lung capacity and stuff, like how much I could, breathe and all that crap. And I mean, ever since I came over there to Trinidad and shit like that, in the airplane, I don't know, I had a really bad back, and this pain was like coming and going. It was like on and off, and I was all like, man, and I was asking them, I was telling them, like, like, this is my case, right now, because I don't know, like, where people park, we have to walk so damn far to the damn stadium and shit like that, and I think we missed a good chunk of that game and stuff, but, I don't think it was a lot, because, I think we were like maybe 20 to 30 minutes late into the game, or something. So that's what I think. Um, and yeah, I mean, if we would have gone close, I would have been able to think, but I couldn't really make that type of walk. Like I can't really make that that 10,000 step walk or anything like that. But I just couldn't. I could do like maybe like half of that or something. But I was forcing myself, and I was like breathing, heavily breathing and everything. I was getting a shortness of breath, and yeah. But I mean, I'm living with half a lung and everything, so and that's just what it is. But S didn't really understand any of that. He really didn't. S did not. He think he knows, but the truth is he doesn't. Um, and I don't know. I think in some cases, like he was taking on his frustrations or something like that about what he's facing, and then he's taking it on other people, whatever. So I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, like okay, so I don't know, like. So, anyways, well, besides all of that other stuff, when I was there were times that I, was there. I was with my uncle mostly, seeing things about the grocery and stuff like that, and then seeing things about the quarry and everything, and then going to, pick up the kids and stuff like that, and also hang out by the mall. That's all that stuff that I was doing, right? So yeah, that's what it was. Anyways, I I don't know. I was trying to do things for my convenience and whatever, but my aunt and uncle was trying to make it a little difficult so I wouldn't get that. Like they didn't think I needed like a local SIM card or whatever. And when I kept on talking about it, but I was like, look, man, I need to be all right. I need to be good, So I don't know. With that other stuff, it was sounding like some sort of ultimatum shit or whatever. Choosing one thing from another or whatever. I was like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. But I did it anyways. I bought that freaking. I bought like like a prepaid SIM card or whatever for my phone. My phone's unlocked and everything, so that's all good, and that's what I cared about. So yeah, so I was trying to have as much internet access as possible. If anything, called, for my uncle and whatever to pick me up. This and that or whatever. So I spent more time with my aunt and uncle on my father's side, and I spent a little time by my my by my aunt by my mother's side and all that shit. So yeah, it was good. But I remember like there was like a flood or something, and then before I even came, I know there was a flood and everything in Trinidad. It was the flood like literally covered up the roads and all that shit. But yeah, like when I came like around the time when I came back. When I came back and oh sorry, hold on. I mean the thing is when I was over there, I was talking about the drainage system and all that shit and everything. I mean we were talking about a lot of things. We were talking about like the history of how like Indians came to Trinidad and everything. I mean, I know some of the stuff, but I didn't know like the name of the ship. I didn't know all that other crap, and that, and with my name, with my last name and stuff like that, that's not my last name originally. It's not the original last name. It's something else, right? And I kept when I was young and stuff, I kept hearing it was one name, but when I heard from my uncle, on my father's side, right, he was saying some shit like it was something else. It was a different name. That's what he was saying. That's it was a different name from that name. So I don't know, right? And I don't know, like, I would like to know, but it was like the first time I feel kind of like ridiculed and shit like that with that crap. So I felt like restless with that crap anyways. But yeah, anyways, I was talking to my cousin from my mother's side and all that crap about the drainage systems and shit like that. I was asking him, like what's up with all that stuff? Is it good enough and everything? And so I didn't really get like a clear answer or anything, but yeah. Anyways, what happened, like when I came back to the States, recently there was a big flood in Trinidad. 10 foot, it was 10 feet tall and stuff. And I couldn't believe that thing. And, the people in central Trinidad lost their homes. And where I'm currently located, I was trying to do whatever it is I could, in order to show my support, trying to show my involvement, because I was feeling restless. I couldn't, I was seeing like recordings and stuff like that, and pictures and images and all that, and I just couldn't even believe that stuff. I really couldn't believe it. So yeah, but yeah, so I was doing as much as I could. I mean, I was hearing something about, like the Caribbean Airlines that was doing something for it to things so you could get items and bring it to them, and so they could take it all the way to Trinidad and whatever. So I mean, all these other places was showing their support, like, as to what happened and everything. But some people, I mean, if there was like it was like a hurricane or something like that, with the thing that, with that water being so high and stuff like that, those people's homes would have been like completely destroyed. The water would be that water was actually strong enough, but if it had like wind, like real powerful wind, yeah, that would have been bad. And the thing is, like, when that flood happened, that, it hit me, like, with that stuff. It really hit me, that why I was talking about that whole thing, with the drainage systems and whatever. But yeah, anyways, like, the thing is, my uncle on my father's side, he offered me a job and stuff like that. So I'm gonna definitely take him up on the offer and stuff. Do what I gotta do, learn. Because when I was over there in Trinidad, I felt like I had a lot to learn and everything. So yeah, that's it. So that's what I'm gonna definitely do. I'll live with my aunt and uncle and them, my cousins and shit, and work as much as possible, given the position I'll be in and stuff. And yeah, I'll so yeah, I'll try really really hard and everything. Um, but yeah, I don't remember if I said this, but during that cricket game and stuff, there was a girl, right? She burned like the Trinidad flag. Uh, you know, she burned a Trinidad flag and stuff, and that's not cool. You can't be doing that stuff. So yeah. Um, but yeah, Trinidad won that game and whatever, and I think whoever that girl is, I think she felt like an idiot or whatever. But yeah, it was like like redemption or some shit like that. I don't know. But it was a game that they had to win, so yeah. Anyways, that's where I'm at. And with this past event, it was the thing for the it was for the the night before Christmas, where your prize character is the mayor in the game. So I mean, I had to, and I was doing really good, but at a certain point, I had to spend money. I had to spend thing on the gems, and I eventually got him. So yeah, that was actually earlier today that I did, and to get up to that speed and everything. So that's good. And I don't have to worry about him right now. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now, and I just wanted to like do this video since I haven't been doing any broadcasts in such a while, since I think when I talked about the Little Mermaid event that was coming up. That's when I last did it. And yeah, so I mean, all this time. But there was a game that I was playing. It was like some airline game, and yeah, I couldn't stand that crap. I couldn't stand that crap. I mean, it was fun, but it was getting ridiculous with like, because you're like the only one that's doing everything and shit like that. So I'm like, you know what? I quit that game. I haven't really been playing like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius or anything like that. You know, haven't really been doing that, but I'm slowly getting back into the game. I haven't really been playing the Disney Heroes game. I haven't, really touched that. But I'll try. It's just my thing is trying to make time for everything. Time to exercise, time to play the game, all that stuff. Trying to do all that other stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to pay attention to and stuff and everything. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this off, and I hope everyone had a really good, I hope everyone had a happy Halloween. I don't really celebrate. I used to at one point, but I mean, I don't know. It's fun to dress up at times. It is fun. But yeah. Anyways, I'll cut this off. All right. So CT is out.